guess we'll put a pin in the whole Rosa storyline at the moment. We still have, man, we're messed up. We still have that book that we need to give to her. This is the Book of Humorous Anecdotes. We should read it, I guess, right? Slightly humorous. Wedding toast. Fortunately, I don't know the bride, so I can't congratulate her groom. And knowing the groom too well, neither can I congratulate the bride. I mean, that's pretty good. That was probably hilarious the first time you heard it in 1403. That's funny. Gravedigger's jest. That's fun. Yeah, she wanted that. I have other books, which we have yet to read. Some of these will marginally make me smarter. There you go. Scholarship 13. Anything else? Can I read Master Studies 4 yet? Are we not there yet? Nope. Alright, well, before we head to the Devil's Den, let's see if we can't... I guess we can still go back into Kuttenberg. Let's see if we can find... Is she at the Hangman's? Let's see if we can find Katherine. I'm curious. Haven't talked to her in a while.
You don't look too good. You should see the sawbones.
Shut up, Smelter Volkmar.
Mike, that's nothing out of the ordinary for me. But thanks. I'll go and see him.
I always get my butt kicked. Is she up here? Is this where Katherine was working? This looks familiar. Hopefully she's still here. I don't know. I know I slept here earlier when I needed to regain some health and yelled at people when they gave me grief. I guess I can do that again. Do that? I don't see Katherine.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Does Katherine still work here? Doesn't look like Katherine. It's not her place. Oh, can I get a bed?
I'll be with you, sir.
Yes.
I need to eat
Good
and
Lord.
sleep here.
We'd be honored, sir. And for how long?
Open-ended.
I'll be staying longer.
Very well, but you'll have to pay in advance.
120.
Let's talk about the price.
I'm fancy, if not really beat up. Let's try 100.
Is this enough?
That's more like... I knew we'd come to an agreement.
That's not
Our
bad.
beds are clean.
You can eat as much as you like. Help myself to some of that stew right now, won't I? Yes, I will. About that stew. Where do you keep the stew? Here's the wine cellar. Maybe it was upstairs. Yeah. I don't remember which one Katherine worked at.
My God, what happened to you?
I just need a good night's sleep. Alright, I'll eat some stuff I already got on me. That's fine. There she is. I think I should wash up first, too. Have we got a,
How's life treating you?
got a place a man can rinse off his face? Actually, that'll give me some health back, too. 30 health since I gotta wash myself 3 times. Where the hell? Katherine must be confused. She saw me and I ran out.
A wonderful day for a wonderful purchase.
Ah, come on. That looks like face wash water. If I ever saw it. Come on. They're too... Or Henry's too particular.
You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
You should see the other guy. What the hell is a trough?
Oh, people, show mercy.
Serious?
Do a good deed, and God will repay.
Man.
Excuse me?
Excuse you. I got a waypoint down to the bathhouse. It's not too far. Go over there. Yeah, it's 8 in the morning. Good time to have a bath. I think we can hold the
God be with you.
hold the ladies this time. Just want to get cleaned up.
Did you get hit by a horse?
You should see the horse.
Christ, pardon me.
Sharpening wheel. Where's the sharpening wheel? Now I'm finding sharpening wheels left and right. She's in pretty good shape. Let's look at the blood off at least. Looking good. Razor sharp. That's what I like to see. 99, that'll do. That'll do.
Are you all right?
All right, I get it. I need to take a bath. Oh, now I find one. Now that I'm at the bathhouse.
You're in need of money, friend.
Who's in need of money? It's all the way down there. Yeah, whatever. I'll go. We've already come all this way. Plus, we got a fast travel point back next to our inn. Not very convenient. You should put the bathhouse in the center of town. Don't make people walk all the way down here when they want a bath or to get laid. Bathhouse, madam. I was like, well, I could stay for all the perks, I suppose. Honka.
My God.
Little Lita.
What happened to you?
I got a bit of a scratch somewhere.
Today's
There's
a
nothing.
scorcher.
There's Lousy Mary. Remember me? We made love? No.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
We made love. It happens. I sleep
Copy with you?
around. It's sort of my job, actually. Where the hell's the woman in charge? That was the dude room. No, thank you.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
She might be outside.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
Well, this? Nah, it's nothing. But
sorry?
thanks for asking.
The hell is in charge? You in charge, Kachka? I want a bath.
Greetings to you too.
Why is everyone looking at me? Conrad the Kite. All right, I'll wait 1 hour. Maybe the proprietor will show up. Henry needs his full service here.
My God. What happened to you?
I need... Okay.
What would you like, sir?
Oh, she's one of the more attractive ladies here,
I need a
actually.
bath.
I need a
And
bath.
what are you interested in, sir?
I came here off camera and they knew me by name. I'd only been here once. They're like, oh, Henry.
I'd like a pretty girl to take care of all my needs.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
Great. But it'll cost
At
you.
least for a little while. 23.
Let's talk about the...
And I'm
Certainly.
haggling.
Great. My girls
That's with
will
the
take
discount
good
we already
care
get.
of you, Henry.
Never said my name was Henry. As I just eat my nachos, I'm like, yep.
I always get hungry after a fuck like that. I'll go and find something to eat.
Good lord. Little Lida.
I apologize.
So much rotten fruit. I always get hungry after like that. All right, perfect condition now to go talk to Katherine. And I guess we can sleep back at the Devil's Den.
What are you doing here?
Did you hear? Excuse me.
Here she is. Let's see if there's anything new to talk about.
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
That woman in the back at a concussion
when I was
or
fishing
something?
around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
What?
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up, tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter.
We got a serial killer in
They
town?
took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
Well, yeah.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls? Are they
I
all
don't know
right?
where to look.
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
What are you going to do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Uh-huh.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Uh-huh. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
All right.
God bless
I
you.
apologize.
Getting to LA Noir territory here. The Fifth Commandment.
I'm sorry.
If you go by Rusty's razor, it was whoever she was sleeping with. It would be up there, wouldn't it? All right. This is marginally faster. Good. One of the background characters was looking right at the camera. All right, north
Think
from
I
here.
can't see you.
What? What do you think I did? I'm wearing my fancy clothes. I'm charismatic as hell. I just had sex. Maybe that's what he sees. A confident young man. Damn, dude. All right. 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 17 o'clock somewhere.
How did it go? I went to see him, but he threw me out.
But he threw me out. I think everyone has the same 10 conversations all over the world.
Excuse me.
Excuse you. Gravedigger. And is this the body that... Is that A? Examine the body, talk to the gravedigger. I wonder what my indulgence chest is up to. How much do they want me to pay? $1,276. I can afford that. I'm not gonna. They let anyone just like come in here.
What we have here.
Oof. How much are they gonna show?
My God.
Not
Someone
much.
really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue's still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Could he have just thrown all those bits away? Someone would surely have found them by now, right? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. Don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Katherine.
Hopefully I got that right.
God be with you. What would you like?
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
I made friends with the gravedigger back on the other map. They too will eventually fall silent. They have to be all like macabre in the opening.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
That dead girl you have in the morgue. Alice.
You've seen her? Poor thing. Who could have done such a thing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. Do you know anything about her?
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you want to know? You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of cloth or a thumb. You hear?
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? I'm fancy.
I'm in service of the Lords of Lipa. I'm to find out who was responsible for this murder.
What do the Lords of Lipa care about a dead girl?
Truth be told, not much. But it's at the request of her master.
Ah, that makes more sense.
There you go.
At least someone is trying to sort this out. The others weren't so lucky.
Others?
It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No.
This is totally
actually
the
tried
LA
to
Noir
help.
quest right
Help?
here.
How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said
Yeah,
they
we
was
got a
all
serial
killed by
killer
the same
gang.
murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed.
He's a
but that was
talking
long time
candelabra.
ago.
Lives in a French mansion.
Do you remember how many girls
Hangs
were
out
killed?
with a clock.
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows
And
are
a tea
squawking
set.
about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
Forensics,
help you.
DNA.
It's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Suspicious.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that.
I heard
dead
someone say, Alice.
man. I think her name is Barbara.
Do you know where I
Barbara.
could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
God be with you,
Or
good
that
sir.
is Mr. Gravedigger. Thanks, Mr. Gravedigger.
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. Aye. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
Literally every
What's his
master
name?
in this game has been described
Can
the
I
same
speak to
way.
him?
He's strict,
Why?
but he's fair.
But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
No, he couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumiere.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him.
I plan to.
Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Ugh. Yeah, let's go Rusty's Razor. Who was she,
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as
90%
well.
of the time,
I don't
according to
know
my
who it
partner
was.
Rusty. That's the guy
Alice
that
said
did it.
he was rich and dressed nicely.
Not as nice
But she
as
promised him
all
she'd never
this.
tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No, nobody saw or heard nothing. One day she just didn't come home. And then they found her. Like this.
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a pretty girl. And that beautiful brown hair of hers. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Don't worry, I'll bring justice to, whoever it is, I don't know. I don't really have much to go on right now. Alright, so we got the crime scene out of that away. And then we got the Lumiere. The talking candelabra. Be our guest, be our guest. Understand you're here to invest. The gate. Where is he? Off drunk somewhere? Is this his place? No?
God bless. Good day to you.
Is there anything Henry can't do? Ouch. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Lumiere?
Oh.
He's like, be our...
Christ, my head. Not so loud.
Lumiere.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
That's some hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off.
I think I have
to get him
some kind of potion. Hand over the alcohol.
This should sober him up.
Oh, I don't have one of those? What the?
No. Nothing like a little hair of the dog that bit you.
There you go. Have some of this mead.
More booze. Christ. I'm gonna puke.
Drink up. It'll make you feel better.
Better already.
Just
Wait,
like that.
What
I
are
don't
you
carry on
doing
the
here?
headache remedies because I never get
are
that
you?
drunk. Well,
My
that's
name is
not true.
Henry.
I don't know.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the rat house? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the madman.
Sounds like the name of a serial killer.
They say that about you. Why?
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
That's why I'm asking for your help, man.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all.
I don't have any friends.
I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Yeah, they're all good choices. I can use my brain. I don't know, maybe we'll just appeal to his
stubborn.
righteous
I don't have
sense.
any other choice. I'll get to the truth no matter what.
You think that will suffice?
If not, I'd have been dead long ago. Bled out from a human arrow.
All right.
Talk to me.
Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits.
There you go.
Yarka was a maid too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like?
Brown hair, pretty.
What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
I'm kind of
Do
crap
you
at
think
this.
it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled.
Jack
and
the
then
Ripper. We got
mutilated.
our own here in
If it's not all
Kuttenberg.
the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks.
Wow.
But I'm including missing girls.
He's not very good at strangling if it takes him that long.
Dinner.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no.
A dog just
I couldn't
passed
find
by.
much.
Do you think
Henry?
somebody is killing
Oof.
them because they're poor and nobody will
Just
miss them?
walking by in the
Certainly.
background.
If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I
Dog
don't
taking a
know.
pee.
Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles.
One of
and can't
them
get
laughed
out.
at the size of his pizzle and he never let it down. Aw, she loves that pup. That's nice in the background.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a
Come
child.
on, this is serious.
A priest from the Church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
Sounds like
At
Snoopy.
first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much
Like
I'd like to believe that.
The old Bruce Springsteen
Only there was
song.
a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes.
Why should be the
innkeeper,
third man,
Mole,
though?
definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that
Always
chatty.
the
either.
odd ones.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole in the hole.
Yeah, he still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Just missing.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls.
No.
Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one.
A thief.
Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket.
But I'm a
I never
thief and a
could pin it on
pickpocket.
her,
You don't
though.
think he's
She
targeting
always found
thieves
some
and
way to
You
get
think
out
I'm in
of it.
danger, sir?
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad.
Strunad.
Quite a number. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a
Chestnut.
bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka,
Libushka.
she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Probably us.
Interesting. I'll try
Got
to
one
see what
glimpse
else
of
I can
Henry
find
looking
out
like
from the
this.
mother. Where can I find her?
It's a nobleman
In the
for me.
graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Why were you looking into it?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe.
I like he's just like
for
a scribe by
Kuttenberg's
trade,
bailiff.
but he moonlights
Kuttenberg
as a
is
detective.
big city, with a lot of people.
Kuttenberg.
Silver,
Nice.
silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it.
Sure.
The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades. From one rich man to another.
Yeah,
But there are more than
stuff.
just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too.
A lot of them.
There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself.
Nice.
I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back.
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims.
I've been paying
here,
attention for the last 10 minutes.
and I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the
I
last
was playing
4.
a game of dice in my head
most
for the
recent
last
ones.
20 minutes or so.
By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should
He
know
called her
the most
Prokop.
about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall.
Sounds like it's all going
Stanya
down at the
was
hole
an
in the wall.
alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young,
Brunettes.
beautiful, and brunette.
Check, check, check when it comes to Katherine.
Good. I know everything I need to know.
When you learn something more, stop by and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
It goes back to vomiting. In fact, that dog is waiting for me to leave. He has business with that guy. We don't have as many waypoints as... Alright, well, we got one in H. Yarka's back. Oh, look, we found another checkpoint area.
Don't think I can't.
Shut up. What do you think I did?
Ah, don't get your knickers in a twist.
I'm gonna remember that ugly face of yours.
Ugly? H. What the H? This is communal stew? Yeah. Or better than communal stew. Little rat running home. Giant rats. This might be it right here. I'm gonna do this quest in black and white.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
I'd like to improve my reputation at what? Is that spending money?
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not
I'll
why I'm
improve my
here.
reputation by solving this
My
murder.
name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Gotta stop the killing.
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side, and revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
There you
True
go.
enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims
I
was
like
a
it.
girl named Yarka.
L.A.
Reckon you
Kingdom
know that,
Come.
don't you?
Kingdom Come Noir. Alright.
What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka. She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan.
William.
He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray.
Mean that to
Yarko
rhyme?
always went there to listen to music.
Ooh, live music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
I mean, that sounds like me, too. I don't kill any ladies.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes.
It happened.
Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarko wasn't my own daughter.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family?
You better figure it out, Henry. You got a kid on the way. By way of the Lady Stephanie
smaller,
back in
it
Talmberg.
was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. I won't tell you anything.
There you go.
Come on, this is a really important matter. You can trust me.
That's just what a person I shouldn't trust would say.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity.
It's about the dead girls.
This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in Scripture? Speak up for those who have no voice.
Look at you, Henry.
A layman quotes the Bible to me.
All right.
Fine. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And
I don't get the sense that this guy killed her.
what happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
All right, that's enough. We need to get back to this whole murder investigation after we spent all those points. All right, so southeast part of town. Do we have a fast travel point? It's a little bit closer. Maybe we can open one up by heading down there. I feel like we've passed through that region already, but...
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Am I still wearing my, Yeah, let's put our sneaky stuff back on. Don't need the waiter clothes anymore. What was it? It was, I'm still wearing those, waiter hose, yeah. I think it was the Russian hat And quilted coat. No, it was the this thing, I think. This is very quiet. Oh yeah, we love Katherine. Weaponsmith. Really? Well, whatever. I don't have time. We're not gonna find anything better than Ratzig's sword. I think we agreed on that.
Come and take your pick.
Come and take your pick. Come on, fast travel spot. Hey, we were out here before. I'm surprised we didn't find one. Seems like they get.
Did you forget your clothes?
Oh, I am wearing my sneaky ones.
Somewhere?
Thank you.
Greetings, friend.
So, maybe I just didn't come far enough. Yeah, this is the guild right here. I never followed back up with so many side quests that, in time, you know, let's just see if we get a fast travel point on this side of town. If we go a little bit farther, maybe even leave. Is that not a door? You get a point? Maybe just down south, except it looks like I already discovered some of this stuff. Because I know there's a grindstone down here. Maybe if I go to this little tower over here. Just save ourselves some time if we're heading all over the city. There you go, that's what I was looking for. Alright. Yeah, if we're looking all over trying to find out about this serial killer. Possible serial killer. Ladies? Alright. What are our options over here? Alehouse Maid and Zdena. Right, this is where my brothers hang out. There's Knuckles. He probably has a quest for me.
Greetings.
I never got that wine for him. Let's ask Mole.
What can I do for you?
The fights. Well, another time.
Did Estanya work here?
Stanya.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
I asked
It
Knuckles that.
depends on who's asking.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest.
A noble guess is best
What
you can
kind
tell.
of
That's all
guest
you
are
should care
you,
about, sir.
Henry?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
Money?
By the fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. I like talking to them kind of guests. A lot. So, what'll it be, my good man?
You asking for a bribe?
What if I simply paid you and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
Well, I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked.
Guy's wasted.
The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another
About
beer.
this.
Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
Gave you $10.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So,
What happened
what'll
to
it be?
threatening people? Oh, look at that. Nice. That's clutch. Thank you, Father Godwin, for turning me on to that little skill right there.
I don't want to pay you any more.
I don't want to pay
you
you
could
anymore.
answer my questions directly and not always try to wheedle money out of me. That makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from finding out anything about that murder.
Nonsense. How could you think that? Come on. Ask me anything you want.
There you go.
Did anybody see what actually
I
happened
flipped
when
it. You
Stanya
see that?
disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here.
Everyone's
She was
ballsy.
hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they
Spoony
were, but
bards.
she also had another suitor.
I'll trust
Someone
them.
from the city?
No, a charcoal burner.
We haven't really seen any charcoal
heard he
burners. We
was
spent a
from
lot of
somewhere
time
in
with
the,
charcoal burners in the first
Verkritz
game.
Valley.
Haven't
I
really
think his
seen any of
name
them
was Barton?
in this game.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William.
Oh,
As
yeah,
far as I
William.
know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings.
I
You
mentioned
think
that.
he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people. Besides, you know what minstrels are like.
Hey.
Lasses just flock to them.
Oh, yeah.
And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you.
They're
She
dead
had two
too?
close friends.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most
Blood
of her
all
things
over.
were gone.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verkritz
How
Valley.
far away that
Could
is.
you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
I'll have some wine.
I'll have some wine. Gotta pull a Columbo on one of these guys. And one more thing.
Are you Sternad? The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Whoa.
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
I was gonna say, I hope
Well,
somebody
then
wants to
piss off.
fight.
You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Better men have tried it than a cock puller like you.
Cock puller?
Puller.
I'll fucking pull your cock clean off.
Them's
You
fighting
swine.
words. One
I yield.
punch.
Mercy.
Did a little kick and one punch and he was done. Good lord.
Well, had enough.
Don't act like you're out of breath,
Fuck
Henry.
yeah,
Come on.
damn
Don't give
it.
him that.
What the hell do you want
Respect.
from me?
Talk. Where's Zdenna?
The last time I saw her, it's a long time ago. She scored big. Everyone was fucking jealous. She just needed to pawn it off.
Scored.
And where did she go with her loot? Do you know?
Well, she had some kind of arrangement with this fella called Pint from the mill. The one called Rabstein. She always took the stuff to him.
Do you remember what she managed to steal?
Mainly jewels. Gold and silver. No bloody pewter.
My kinda gal.
She had some fucking huge golden signet ring. A bloke could fuck for a whole month with something like that.
Do you know whose crest was on it?
I don't know.
Yeah, this
I'm
guy's
no
definitely not the
expert.
killer after
But it
what
was
we just
bloody
saw.
expensive, that's for sure.
One punch. Oh, please.
Do you know who she took it off?
She always said she found it on the street. That's because if the wrong ears hear it, you can end up in the shit. Or on the gallows, even.
Did she hang out with any men?
She liked to hang around with that crooner that plays for the miners in that tavern of theirs.
William?
Made him sing songs and that. Oh, and once she got in a quarrel with that fucking priest Prokop.
Huh.
That was a laugh.
Going back to Prokop.
Could she have run away with that bard?
I doubt it. He was a bit of a milksop. He tried to be all
Milksop.
mysterious and play the
Milk
tough fella,
drinker.
but you could see he was lying. And Zdenna could see right through him, I bet.
Why do you think so?
Because he was getting on my nerves. So I cornered him in a dark alley one time. He ran away so fast, I bet he shit himself.
Yeah, I doubt that.
And what about this priest? Why was he quarreling
Yeah, what
with
about
her?
I
Prokop?
don't know. He was blabbering some shit about finding her a job, only she didn't want it.
Looks like he's doing a little dance number.
God bless.
Greetings to you, friend.
Is that all you have to say to me? And another thing. Oh, and he leaves. Alright. So we gotta find that spoony bard. Maybe just wait till he starts playing tonight. Or I guess he's over there playing in the square or something. Alright, we'll hit him before we leave town. Stanya, the alehouse maid. And then is this the charcoal guy? Well, alright, I don't know. I love the fast travel points though. Let's see if this guy's any good. Feelings. We already got our sword in good shape.
How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out. And
But
you're
same,
surprised.
but he threw me out.
Misunderstanding?
Bollocks and misunderstanding.
Ah, where is this guy?
More like.
What am I supposed to do then?
You should go and see the priest.
Is he out back? Bard William.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
You just threaten this guy.
Well, you don't have to, that's true. But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets.
Hell
because
yeah.
I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
You spoony bard.
No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing something
I like
to
that
you.
new
Come on.
skill we have.
All right then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least
We're
pass yourself
we're
off
wearing
as
a
wealthy.
similar
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would
neck
believe
thing.
me.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard
This
she
thing
used to
wasn't
hang
cheap
around
as
you
far
a
as
lot.
I know.
And Father Prokop didn't like
Still a
it.
little while ago, I don't
Oh,
remember.
that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole.
Is that a common name,
I heard you
Stanya?
had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman.
Could
If I
you?
wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't
My
have much
heart.
to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, She got to him right away. Said she was gonna rob him blind. Far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you didn't know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
Doesn't like pretty
But
girls.
I had nothing to do with it.
Confess.
I don't believe a word you say, and I'll make certain you pay for your deeds.
You're out of your mind. I didn't do nothing to those girls. Nobody
That's a double
will believe
negative. I caught you.
We'll see about that.
Just going to work. Okay. That's fine. I didn't mean to jam you up. You're good. What the hell? You just bite me? A boar just bite me for no reason? What the hell just happened? Oh, that's Die Hard. About to fall in battle. You want to get a drink?
Praise the Lord.
That's one tough boar. These guys are joined at the hip right here. Good lord. So can I like threaten to beat this guy up? Maybe he'll confess to something. Where are you going, Bard? Thought we were talking, no?
Hey, I've heard some interesting things about you.
Mole told you that.
That doesn't matter.
Pussy, my friend. What else?
What?
I made a deal with a few beggars. For a couple of groschen, I have them come into the tavern. See, every man should be a bit.
What?
And I'm supposed to believe that.
You don't have to.
Are we into like a new conversation line or something? That was weird.
Excuse me.
Hey, a pussy? What was that?
I apologize.
Well, that was very strange. I feel like the boar tried to kill me. Just went down to the tavern to get a drink. All right. Let us go to Bilany. Bilany? Typical boorish behavior. Hopefully I'll get my second wind perk back. I think we just got here by passing through when we were trying to get down to Molshev or Melshav or Mileshev. I don't know. Leashy.
God.
I don't know much about this town. We got going on here out of curiosity. Let's just stop in the tavern right quick.
I'm sorry.
I know we gotta get
Christ!
on with the Eclepic. I wonder what he's confessing to. Yeah, we were just passing through, didn't have a chance to see this place when it was alive.
You any use of the sword? I'm looking for an armed escort.
That's not even the quest right there. That's kind of crazy.
God grant you health.
The innkeeper's got something going on.
You, come here. I'd like to
Alehouse maid. I'd like to offer you a job. So it's something. We should probably focus on the murder. Alright. Where's Herring?
Spare a few coins.
There we go. Sorry, friend. Alright. Couple options here. I guess we'll head on down to G. Whew.
quick.
Yeah, I don't know why they're waving down the table when it's pouring down rain. It's not a suit. What are you talking about? On the road? It's a fancy road right here. No? More of a path, I suppose.
Go! Go!
Never upgraded our horse.
Quick!
And chose.
Go! Just a bit further.
Takes a good bit of stamina right there. Going off-road here. Where are we gonna learn more about today now? Just this random, mysterious spot in the middle of nowhere?
Quick!
Oh. Still raining? Alright, something over here. Rabstein. What is this place?
You shouldn't be walking around, but
Hey, Pint.
Are you Pint?
I am. Why?
I'm looking for Zdena.
I don't know any Stena.
Sternad said something different.
You're a friend of Sternard's, are you?
He's a bastard.
God forbid. That's all I need. A friend like that bastard. But he was the only one who really knew Zdena.
You're right there. Stena was always cursing him. He was as lazy as a pig, but always wanted his share.
So you knew Zdena? Can you tell me anything about her?
I know Stena all right, but she ain't been here in some time. Why are you looking for her? What do you want from her?
I'm looking for a... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere. And you're the last person to see her before she went missing.
Whatever.
What can you tell me about Zdena?
She always had it hard. She lost her parents and her home as a child. She had to learn to take care of herself.
And what about Sternad? How does he fit into this?
Sternard was her guardian angel, as she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him, she could do what she wanted.
Nice.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised she stuck with him as long as she did.
That's because she had a hideout somewhere nearby. That's why she'd come to me with her loot, before they taxed her on the spot. And the last time she was here, she said one more haul like this, and she'd be able to go wherever she wanted, to Prague or Vienna.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul, no rubbish. Mostly jewellery, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried
find,
it.
And what about that signet ring?
Yeah, I was going to say
Do you still
something
have
that
it?
might
She
belong
didn't
to the
sell me
killer.
ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck someday.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant? Did you recognize the signet on the ring?
No, I didn't recognize that signet. But all the while, Dana was giggling to herself. I reckon she had her eye on another mark.
Where did she go next from here? You said she had a lot of coin on her.
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her. Someone on a horse.
Someone followed her on a horse from
Coming all the way out here?
Did she say what he looked like?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride. But he held back. Never passed by her and...
And did you see him? Did he come all the way here?
No. But Zdena thought he would show. She even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it to make it look like she was still here.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way, through the woods, so nobody could follow her. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise fast. The road goes on to Kuttenberg.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning, they could have waited for her at the ford, no?
Fuck! That's quite possible.
Yeah.
I made a point of looking, but I didn't see any riders that day. so I forgot about it.
And could it have been Father Prokop following her?
What do I know?
Good point.
If he has a horse and fancy clothes. But why would he do it?
I heard he wanted to find her an honest job, but she wasn't interested.
I don't know. She didn't say nothing about that.
And could it have been William?
And who would that be?
He's this bard she was seeing.
I don't know about that. I don't remember her mentioning nobody by that name.
Well, I'll go and check out that ford. Maybe I'll find something there.
I hope you don't. I wish you a blessed evening.
I hope you don't. I mean, it would help my investigation. But I get what you're saying. I don't know if it's safer to not take the horse. Yeah, it seems open enough. Let's do this thing, Herring.
Ka! Quick! Ka!
Alright, coming up on this ford. I think that was an anthill, not like a buried body.
Oh.
Yeah, there's blood here. Time is it? 9 o'clock. We're not going to react to this? Maybe I need to check from the ford and then trace the clues up this way. Might be by design. Yep.
That has to be that ford Pike was talking about. I should take a look around here.
Dropped basket. Huh, there's some money. Someone was clearly in a hurry here. I feel like I'm a better investigator than you, Henry. You didn't react to that at all. Alright. Well, let's focus on the blood over here, right? No? Did I miss a big one? Or LA Noir?
This must be that basket of silver Zdeno was carrying with her.
Obviously.
She wouldn't have just left that here. But where did it come from? Maybe it rolled down the hill?
Again, lots of clues over there, suggesting signs of a struggle. Oh, okay then.
Poor thing.
Damn.
She didn't get very far. Ugh, she's been lying here a long time. At first glance, this body isn't as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her like the others. She's been lying here too long for that, but her head is smashed in. Either the murderer hit her with a rock, or dashed her hard against the ground. She must have put up a fight. Or maybe he lost his patience. Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. They're torn up, but I don't see any cuts. The rips are odd. Like someone was looking for something. Oh, I can't make much out by now, but it seems as if the fingers on her right hand are broken. Did the murderer torture her? Or was he trying to get something out of her hand? Oh, my God.
Huh.
Oh, something fell out of her. A signet ring. Oh, that must be the one she stole. But how did it get inside her? Did she swallow it herself? Or did the murderer shove it in there? Was she trying to hide it? Or was it punishment for stealing?
Thought there weren't any cuts.
That's enough. But what does it all mean? I'd say she put up a decent fight, And the killer had to improvise, and that's about all I can find out. She's probably been lying here a few weeks, but that ring is a good lead.
We still got the charcoal. I guess I'll tell someone about this eventually, I don't know. Probably faster to go up here this way. Travel from Bellini. What are you whistling for?
Go!
This time we'll go east.
Ka! Ka! Ka!
We're actually not that beat, energy-wise.
Go!
Horse, on the other hand. Take your time, take a breath if you need it.
Keep it up!
Which way on the paths here? Go!
Go!
And more of this one.
Go!
Haven't seen any bandits try stopping us in a while. I gotta say that to invite them sometimes.
Go! Come on!
Yep. Get ready for an ass kicking. I don't think he heard me. Yep. Funny how that works.
Quick! Keep it up! Go!
Alright, our last lead here at the charcoal burners area. And we haven't seen any of these guys this game.
Quick!
Whoa! Spent a lot of time with the charcoal burners in the last one. Outhouse? Yeah, I think they're all crashing right now. Might need to find a bed. He's all being used right now. Come on, man.
Did you lose something here?
Did you lose something? I just need a bed for the night, fellas. Yeah, they are good. It's not a house. And none of them have proper houses, I guess. They just have these little tiny little thatch. Come on, man. I don't have to go through your stuff.
You can't be here!
Can I get you to, like, come outside while I steal your bed? I think that would be kind of cool. Let's try that. Let's put on our threatening outfit.
Get moving!
Shut up. Shut up, baby dick.
That'll do.
That's the lawbreaker. That's the ultimate alpha move right there. You wake the guy up and sleep on his bed.
Kurva! You won't come here making...
How about I kick your teeth in instead? Then what'll you do?
Hang on! Leave me alone! We'll forget about it! I won't say a word to anyone! Just go!
I'll try to forget.
Let's go! Off with ya!
Yeah, try and act all big now. I'll try to forget that you woke me up a half hour early. Douchebag. Now I'm fancy again.
You see?
I need to ask you something.
You see?
I don't have time for that.
Where's the foreman? Or are you gesturing to the foreman? I don't feel like you are, but I will go over here. It's the same. Bed theft. It's the perfect crime, I'm telling you. Who's in charge here? You in charge?
Are you the foreman?
Got the grayest beard.
I was told to speak to you.
If you're here for charcoal, you'll have to wait.
I'm not here about charcoal. I'm looking for Stanya, an alehouse maid from Kuttenberg.
Aha. And why are you looking here?
I heard she was consorting with some charcoal burner here.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Who goes with who?
You know anything? Am I hungry? A little hungry. Dried chicken. 96. Yeah, that's perfect. Little snack when you're out and about. The dried meats. Well, who would know something? Lawbreaker.
What?
What?
Hey,
Hey?
you've no business here. Are you looking to steal something?
No.
You'd better pay me compensation, you blackguard. Piss off. That's quite
Arrest
enough.
him.
Holy crap, this guy's got a... Really?
My God. Leave off.
Where's my war cry?
Do it.
Fellas, I need
You're no
information.
match for us, fucker.
Not trying to kill people.
You won't come here.
Can you forgive me?
I apologize, my friend. Will you forgive me? I'll pay you back in the future.
All right. No doubt it'll come in handy one day to be in your good books.
I'll never be back here again. Alright, which one of you guys can tell me about my friend? Not my friend, but what I'm working on here. That was better than killing anyone, though. I don't want to ruin the quest. Speaking of which... Pardon, here we go.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What would a woman be doing here?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town. And I heard that someone also tried to kill this Stanya.
That's true. She told me something like that. But that was a long time ago.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
Why would I come out here?
Lumir himself, the Kuttenberg bailiff's former scribe, gave me the task.
Well, I don't know. I remember Lumir. He was all right.
But what? What are you still brooding over?
You seem like the right man for a job like that. Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye.
Nice.
She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. She's hiding in that cottage.
Surprised I didn't
but
see
be
her.
nice to her.
Maybe that's
She's
why
in a
they were
bad
yelling
way.
at me and chasing me away.
She used to be such a gutsy girl. Till we meet again.
That cottage, the one I was just chased out of. Yep. Nope. No, she's just walking around.
Who are you? How did you find me? If you came here to finish what you started, I'm not afraid of you. I'll claw your eyes out.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house. He sent you.
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
You disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid. I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Who was it?
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck.
Did you see his
He was
ring?
terribly strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand,
Nice.
and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran. Here, to Barton.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher.
So there's
It
a
was
little bit of
bloody.
blood in her room
He's
from
been
that.
hiding me here since then.
That checks out.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did. But I often had to grit my teeth.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks.
Yep.
Rich or poor, everyone wants to grope a girl. People, well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it. And sometimes we have to be tough, especially in a place like the hole. But you can't overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two.
Yep.
You have to keep a balance. To look friendly, but unavailable.
Yeah.
You said that rich or poor, they all like to grope girls. Like who?
Truth be told, the hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Keep hearing about
Is that so?
Von Groll.
Did he talk to you?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back, but beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around him and... Oh,
damn.
it doesn't matter. But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Groller had a servant with him.
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a mean
Maybe
face.
the servant
He never
was
said a
killing
word
people.
or smiled, or even said thank you.
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
That's nice.
Ah. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want to stay out too long at night.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon. I didn't hide it.
Why didn't you go back to the hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there. Not until they catch him.
How are you now?
I'm still awful scared. I can't fall asleep knowing that, and I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker?
Yeah, maybe when he put his
What he looked
arms
like,
around you, you
what
could
he was
see his
wearing?
fingers,
I don't know anything. It was at night.
his ring,
He
perhaps?
grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go and cursed.
Aha. And what did he say?
He said Scheisse in German.
Ah.
Seems you're the only one to survive the killer's attack. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it, but try to remember something else about that moment, or when you were running away. Anything can help us, even if it seems insignificant.
I don't know. It's all like in a fog.
You were walking down the street. Did you notice anything before he attacked you?
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard somebody talking, but when I looked, there was nobody there. So when somebody grabbed me, I completely froze.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices. Two of them waiting for me there.
Von Groll and his servant?
It's difficult, I understand.
His other guy?
But I need you to think hard one more time. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all. And then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, No. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed, just for a moment, but I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner or swordsman.
Wasn't it, Mole?
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper, then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring.
Huh.
Couldn't have been him.
Good point.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
No, he's pretty old. He preaches in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul.
I don't know him. And if he's an old man, how strong could his grip really be?
It's true.
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. A stupid trick to make himself seem more interesting. Though, I reckon he's more likely to attract an arse-kicking than a woman.
I reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to help you more.
Damn. You don't need to apologise.
Thank you. Could I ask you for a favour?
If it's in my power.
When you catch
Get
that
the bastard.
Would you please let me know?
Yeah, it's fair.
So I can finally stop being afraid.
I'll stop by if I can.
If I can.
See you soon, my friend.
Well, back to Kuttenberg. Yeah, see what Lumiere thinks. I'm good. I don't need any part of whatever that was. Made from real gorilla chest. See my vest.
God bless.
Garbage and waste in cities. Alright, a little southy, a little easty. A little beefy. We're not throwing up this time. Progress.
I found out some interesting things about those murders. Just like you said.
That's wonderful news. But wait a while.
I'm in the middle of murdering someone.
Wait for her.
You know Katherine?
She came to see me soon after you did, and started asking me questions. Just like you.
Will you send for her? So, we're all here.
I hope nobody else shows up.
Huh.
How did it go?
I reckon I've found out all I can.
And do you know who the murderer is?
Not exactly, but I have a few ideas.
I've asked around a bit, and I have my own suspicions.
Put it all together.
Is that so? See, I was trying to recall some more details, and I had someone come to mind as well.
I didn't do all this for nothing, did I?
Well,
Katherine, who do you suspect?
Well, I think it was that priest. Prokop.
That's nonsense. It couldn't have been him.
Couldn't have? Then who do you think it was?
It had to be William. Nobody else knew them all.
Ah, now you're talking nonsense. I'm sure William is innocent.
So I see we disagree. Too bad. We could have been done with it quickly.
Well, who do you think it was then?
I'm not entirely sure. First, I'll tell you what I found out, and then it might be easier for us.
Go on then. Starting with who?
Let's talk about Jarka.
Let's talk about Yarka, the one raised by Father Prokop.
What did you learn about her?
Prokop didn't just raise her out of the goodness of his heart. He was actually her uncle.
Really? But he still could have killed her.
His own relative?
Why not? He's a priest. I'm sure he knows the story of Cain and Abel.
Prokop also admitted that he didn't know how to handle her, and perhaps he was too strict.
What do you expect from a Bible thumper? Man punishes and God forgives. It never occurs to them that if man didn't punish, God wouldn't have to forgive.
Well, maybe I wouldn't hold it against him. He really tried to make sure she was well taken care of. He wanted to find her a husband, too.
And did you learn who he found?
No. I think it fell apart when Yarka started rebelling. Yarka started working for the von Groller family, where she remained until her death.
I was there to ask whether she'd given them any trouble, but they said she was always thorough and reliable.
Ah, so what's the story with von Grolls?
A very wealthy and important family. The mother is quite devout. known to spend a lot of time in prayer. Old von Groller's been sick for years. Can't even get out of bed.
So, who runs affairs?
That would be young Hendel. They say he's quite successful.
Before her death, I heard she often went to dances.
There's nothing wrong or surprising about that. But maybe she found someone there.
Maybe. Prokop was convinced that she went to see William. That was actually the only name he mentioned.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means she had some relationship with William, or at least knew him.
And now, most importantly, Yarka was pregnant when they killed her.
I didn't know that. Do you know for sure? So they gutted her?
To make it impossible to tell she was pregnant? I wouldn't be surprised.
May God forgive us.
Do you know who she was pregnant with? Because if we know who the father is, we'll likely know who the killer is.
She didn't tell Prokop.
It had to be someone from those dances. Maybe William.
Prokop is convinced that she was murdered by that bard, William.
And I agree with him. I heard the daughters of important men come to see him. It even went so far he had to flee the city. And the moment he's back, there's another murder.
Really? But I found out you accused Prokop first, Lumir.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It was a mistake, and I paid for it.
And were you as sure then as you are now about William?
I don't think so. But he's a skirt chaser. If he got Yarka pregnant, then...
Perhaps. But why would he kill and mutilate her? He could have just run away.
But then he could never come back.
Why not? He could come back a year later, once things have died down, the child would be born, the shame forgotten, and nobody would bring it up again.
I suppose that makes sense. That's all I was able to find out.
You still found out more than I did.
But it's not enough. We still don't know who the killer is.
But we can agree that she was killed because of her pregnancy, can't we?
Agreed. Somebody got rid of her to make sure nobody found out she was pregnant.
I'm sure William wanted...
William isn't the only man with a prick. And he certainly didn't use it to strangle her to death.
Such language.
That would have been impressive.
What are you trying to say?
That William isn't the only man in the city. It could have been anyone. And now we'll never find out.
I'm not saying it couldn't have been him. Though I don't think it was. It just seems foolish to only focus on him.
I suppose you're right. Let's forget it.
I managed to find Stanya.
Alive? You found her alive?
I did.
Yeah?
Alive and well. Hiding with the charcoal burners.
So, she's not one of our victims?
She is. She just managed to escape the killer.
Yeah,
she
the
said
only
she was
one.
attacked on her way home from the baths. She heard somebody talking in a side street, but it was empty. But when she walked by, someone grabbed her by the throat and started strangling her.
And how did she manage to get away?
She was holding an empty pitcher, and she smashed the killer in the face with it. He either got startled or hurt, but he let her go.
Did she get a look at him? Did she take his eye out or something?
No, she didn't stop to find out. Just ran. Which is probably why she survived.
And what about the blood in the bedroom?
She cut her hand on the broken pitcher. She didn't stay in her room for long. She was still so scared that she grabbed her things and ran off to her beloved charcoal burner.
Someone was waiting for her.
She said she returned from the baths in the evening regularly, and somebody knew exactly which way she would take and where to wait for her.
You mean someone followed her beforehand to figure out where to ambush her?
Who knew that she went to the baths?
Apparently everyone in the tavern. She didn't hide the fact. She also said she was sure it wasn't Mole.
He was sleeping.
Maybe a pig. But the evening she ran home, he was in bed snoring. Well, according to Stanya, the murderer had a terribly strong grip. Her neck was bruised for almost a month.
Doesn't almost every man have a strong grip?
Depending on what they take in hand every day. A tankard, a quill.
Sword.
Or a hammer.
Except none of our suspects are miners or blacksmiths, eh? According to Stanya, the murderer didn't say a word the entire time.
That's strange, right? I'd expect him to at least call her a whore.
The only word he uttered was when she smashed him in the face with the pitcher. He said Scheisse.
So, we're looking for a German?
Even I say Scheiße sometimes, and I'm not German.
It's fun.
Besides that, she also recalled hearing two voices.
Von
in the
Graal
alley.
and his buddy.
Someone was talking to the killer.
So we have a witness. Now, just to find him.
Or an accomplice. If I remember correctly, the other one must have seen the whole thing, right? And he didn't go to report it.
I asked Stanya if she knew Prokop. She said no.
Maybe she just doesn't remember him. Or he gave a different name, or...
I don't think Father Prokop is the type to frequent the worst tavern in Kuttenberg.
Stanya admitted that she knows William. He flirted with her and tried to get to know her better, but nothing came of it.
And that's probably why I wanted to kill her. And likely rape her before that.
Well, perhaps, but Stanya doesn't think so. She's sure it wasn't William, and no matter what they say about him, in her eyes he's a good lad. And that's all that Stanya told me.
I'm so glad that girl is alive.
Me too. At least someone's had a little luck. Does she want to come back, or will she stay with the charcoal burners?
I don't think she'll come back. She's so scared now they'll come back for her, she doesn't even leave the house.
Yeah, give her the heads
I
up when
managed
we...
to find Zdena.
You found her? Is she alive too?
No. Unfortunately, she's dead.
And where did you find her?
Pretty far away. Near the mill she used to sell things at. Someone caught her in the forest when she was coming home with a load of coin and killed her. I reckon she put up a hell of a fight. So the killer got nervous and ended things quickly.
So he didn't strangle or mutilate her?
She'd been lying in the woods for a long time, so I couldn't really tell. But he definitely didn't hack her up like the others. Judging by what her accomplice said, she robbed someone good. She had so much jewelry on her, she could hardly carry it. And what's odd is when she was murdered, the killer left her basket of valuables behind.
So I reckon he didn't kill her for the money.
Father Prokop came looking for Zdena and nearly cursed her on the spot.
What did he have in common with a thief?
He had also looked after her, but unlike Yarka, she ended up on the street, and he took it badly. Zdena tried to rob young von Grolle. It's possible she succeeded.
Von Grolle? Yarka worked for them, didn't she?
There we go.
That whole
Here we
family
go.
is suspicious.
Assumptions.
Should have started with Von Graal.
I'd say it's pretty obvious. Why else would I have found that ring on her?
They just left the ring by her body? That's odd, isn't it?
Not if he was
It
trying
wasn't
to...
by her body. It was inside of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she swallowed it herself or someone shoved it in her.
Oh, that's awful.
But how
But I
did he
can't say
cut
it
her open to
surprises
find
me.
that? I don't...
My mouth is starting to hurt from all this blabbering.
So are my ears and head.
Come now, we're nearly there. We just need to find our suspect. So, Henry,
I think it's Von
who do you
Graal.
think did it?
I suspect one of the Von Grolles.
What leads you to think that?
Are you sure it wasn't William?
What's that guy saying outside?
Zdena robbed Von Grolle.
That's true.
It's all coming together, isn't it?
That's all I had to say.
Yarka was their maidservant until she started rebelling, right?
Yes. Do you think she was rebelling because of someone in particular?
Perhaps the young lord?
That's possible.
Alice had a young and wealthy suitor.
Mm-hmm.
And young Von Grolle fits both descriptions.
True, true.
We could be getting somewhere.
Yarka was pregnant. And if the father was young Von Grolle, it would make sense if he got rid of her.
Sakura, you're right.
But William could have fucked her too. Just saying.
Just saying.
And that's all I can pin on him.
So, do we agree that it was young Von Groll?
Well, old Von Grolle can't do much now, can he?
So do we really agree that our most likely suspect is young Von Grolle?
That's what I think.
I agree.
I don't have a problem with it. Little rich boys are capable of anything.
Yeah.
But what are we gonna do about it? Our suspicions aren't enough.
Bust and
They'll
look for
just laugh
evidence.
at us without something more tangible.
So, you wanna search their house?
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do. There must be a clever way to do it.
We have to find some evidence. None of our conjecture is enough. What will we do?
You could sneak in there.
Or break in.
Katherine, that's not necessary. The young lad wants to learn swordsmanship, and the old one is sick and always calling for a physician.
So I can either pretend to be a sawbones, or a swordsman, or break in? That's a lot of options.
Swordsman
You're
or
a clever
break
lad.
in.
You'll figure it out.
I like the idea. Alright, let's find us some evidence, people. This way. Where does he live? Which part of town? Ooh, right in the center. Little rich boy. Hopefully we'll have enough Savior schnapps to finish this one. It's longer than most of the quests in L.A. Noire, actually. Servant Thaddeus.
Can I help you?
Is this the house of the Von Grolle family?
Yes?
I've come on account of old Von Grolle.
What?
I hear he's seriously
I didn't
ill.
say that. I thought we were doing
I came to offer my
swordsman.
services as a healer.
You aren't the first.
Didn't agree to
Why
that.
do you think you might succeed?
Oh well. I know potions and stuff.
I understand potions and how to prepare them.
Just as long as you don't poison him.
Duh.
Poisons are used in healing.
I know. My apologies. You
That-
evidently know your trade well.
Trying to trick me.
Come inside. But before you begin your healing, speak to the
Whatever. Got
mistress
me
of the
inside.
house. She can certainly tell you more
What if it would
about
have
what
changed
ails
depending
the
on what I
master.
was wearing? If I was wearing
See
my
you soon, my friend.
my tough guy outfit. Alright. Oh, hello. Mandalina Von Groll.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
It happens. Let's see. The hell is... Oh, okay. I thought it was just a tiny closet. I mean, unless I see like a restricted area. Oh, is she looking for me? Yeah, I gotta talk to her. Well, do I though? Yeah, she's got something else going on. I'm gonna get to work. Heard a lot of sounds outside that door. Russian. Noblewoman's. Mess with that? No. Nothing in there. Trophies from victims. What?
What the hell? That's hair. All kinds of brown.
Uh-huh.
I bet it belonged to those dead girls. If this isn't proof, nothing is.
Hell yeah. You messed up royally, Von Groll. This is where, in the movies, someone would hit you on the back of the head. You just couldn't stay away, could you, Henry? Couldn't leave well enough alone.
Good day to you.
Like when that guy was like, just make sure you talk to Mrs. Von Groll, and we never did. And she didn't seem to care that just some random guy was walking around her house. Hey. What's going on? in here? Lumiere.
I need to discuss that visit to the Von Grollers.
Excellent. Let's find Katherine. You can tell us everything.
I think we were right.
Found some hair.
Something seriously fishy there.
Well, don't keep us
Literally
in
the
suspense.
first hair
What
I
did you
found in
find
the
out?
entire game,
You
so
found
that's
something
pretty
there,
damning.
didn't you? Evidence?
I certainly did. In the young lord's room.
What was it?
This. He had it in a chest in his room. Locks of hair. All brown, but all a bit different. They're definitely from those murdered girls.
Hair? But that's not enough. That definitely won't suffice as proof.
Why wouldn't it? He took them as a keepsake from the dead girls, as a trophy. It was him!
But nobody will believe us. We need more than just hair. A bloody dress or the murder weapon.
To be honest, I don't think we're going to find anything like that. They're pretty careful to cover their tracks.
Damn it. We're fucked. If we at least had a witness.
And what about 3 witnesses at once?
Where are you going to find 3 witnesses when you don't even have one?
I don't yet, but... Look, we're almost certain young Hendel did it.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we set a trap and catch him in the act?
And how do you want to do that? I mean, we don't know who he's planning to murder next.
We'll set someone up. Some brunette.
Have
You
anyone
want to
in mind,
sacrifice
Katherine?
some poor girl?
No, nobody's going to get hurt. We'll be keeping our eye on her the whole time.
The only one I can think of is Stanya. And I highly doubt that she'd want to risk her life again.
She won't have to.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'll do it.
But you haven't had anything to do with him. He'll see through it immediately. It'll fail.
We'll wait until the lad's out of the house. Maybe we'll dress Katherine up a bit, and she'll go asking for the young lord,
Dress her up a
father
bit.
of her child.
Yeah, all right.
When Hendel comes home and hears what happened, he'll come looking for her to fix things up.
I'll cause such a scene, they'll be talking about it for years. Then we'll tell them where he can find me, and we've got him.
If you say so. But where can we do it? We can't do it here. They'd figure it out pretty quick.
We can use one of the rooms here in the tavern. It has only one way out.
All right.
You'll be hiding across the way and jump out at the right moment.
I like it.
I repeat, at the right moment.
Don't worry, we won't take our eyes off you.
Where's Hendel? I need to talk to him! Do you hear me? I have to talk to him about our wedding. I won't be left alone with his child.
What are you screeching about, you ninny? There's no Hendel here. Certainly not for the likes of you.
Do you hear that, folks? He fucks me from all sides. Gets me with child, and now he doesn't want to know me. Disgrace. Oh, so a poor woman has to suffer because of a man's lust. As if it wasn't already bad enough before.
What lies are you spouting, you strumpet?
Strumpet.
Goodman Hendel never laid eyes on you. Besides, you're too old.
Too old for him.
Nobody will believe your lies.
Old am I? He came to me himself because he wanted a mature woman to breed with. And he never even pulled it out. And he filled me up like a wineskin.
Oh my goodness.
Suit yourself.
Word's gonna travel.
I'll give you some time to think it over. But either you come up with an offer of marriage by evening, or first thing in the morning I'll go to the bailiff. And I'll be damn sure to get justice from him.
Just keeps rubbing her belly. Is that like his +1, that guy? It's the first cat we've seen this whole game. Been hearing a lot of them.
It's open.
I've come to talk with you.
Deal with you.
Where's Hendel?
Hendel, you wanton whore! Debauching my son! A nanny goat like you! The others were at least young, but you! Oh, Christ, the trials I have to endure! A husband with both feet in the grave and a son who'll fuck anything with a hole in it. Slice her up so no one will recognize her.
Holy.
And in case what she says is true, gut her too.
Damn.
That's it, is it?
Yeah, Henry.
I can help you with that.
I can help you with that.
Get that bitch, you fool!
Hell yeah. Stop the murder! Wait, what? Where'd that guy go? What? He run away? The shite did that guy go? Did he get away? Oh. He's outside. He cleared out that window, I guess.
What? Huh.
There he is.
Show your stuff!
Show your stuff! Thaddeus. Thought you might be involved. Rock solid, my friend.
Mary, Mother of God.
Oh. There's my perk at work.
Bastard! Don't hurt him.
What are you doing?
Who's that madman?
Oof. Everybody okay?
Mary.
So that was self-defense, right? I need the bailiff step in on this. I always gotta be fancy with these clothes, but they provide me no protection whatsoever.
You should have a light.
You should have a light.
Same to you.
Hey, guard. I have to tell you something.
Secret band of
I
thieves?
ran into a secret band of thieves. They call themselves the Guild.
Wait, wait?
They claim they're fighting against Sigismund.
Damn. That's a
Damn.
bit above my station. If you don't find him at the town hall...
God bless.
That's interesting. Alright. I don't think that's high on our priority list, but...
Katherine, wait!
What should I wait for? I'm gonna cut that bitch's throat.
How dare you? Hands off, you heretical scum!
Shut up.
Let her speak. I still don't understand what actually went on.
The hell's going
here.
on?
I have some questions for you.
I'll tell you nothing, you serpent! Nothing! You can't keep me here! Let me go! I'm a woman of worth!
If you won't speak now, then the executioner will loosen your tongue when your feet start burning.
Oh.
But why wait, right? I'll cut your ear off. Maybe both of them. All you need to talk is a tongue.
No! Let me go!
Why did you do it, for Christ's sake?
Don't blaspheme, you heathen.
Come on, answer him or it's gonna hurt.
My husband, he drank a lot, ran around with whores and didn't pray enough. And God punished him for it.
Huh.
I couldn't allow the same thing to
Is that how
happen
he
to
got
Hendel.
sick?
And why kill those girls? Why not just talk to him about it?
I tried, but he wouldn't listen to me. He told me he wanted to sow his wild oats before finding a wife.
So your own son didn't listen to you? And you started killing the girls who were...
Who seduced him and emboldened him with their brazenness? If they wanted to whore themselves out, they'll pay for it in hell. But there's no way they were going to drag my Hendel there with them.
Oh, Hendel.
And what about Hendel? Did he know what you were doing?
That I was taking care of his immortal soul
Ah.
and eliminating his temptation? Of course not. But one day he'll be grateful to me for it.
He's going to jump for joy. His mother a mad woman, and his servant a murderer.
Speak politely to me, you whore.
Damn.
Henry,
If you have any more questions, you'd better ask them quickly. I'm sorely tempted to finish this here and now.
And what about the hair in Hendel's chest? You're trying to tell me he wasn't involved,
Good
but he was
point.
keeping their hair?
Well, he kept asking about those whores of his. So we always brought him a lock of hair. We told him it was from them, as a parting gift.
Damn.
Didn't find that strange?
Out of sight, out of mind. He always found some new harlot anyway.
There was no blood where Alice was found. Where did you kill them?
That was up to Thaddeus. He told me something about an abandoned barn. I only told him to cut them up thoroughly.
Why?
She's very forthcoming.
As a warning. So those whores knew what awaited them. To put the fear of God in them.
Do you realise you also killed girls who had nothing to do with Hendel?
That's not possible. I saw them all with my own 2 eyes, chatting with him and giggling.
And what about that alehouse wench?
That strumpet. I saw how she treated him. It's a damned shame she got away.
But she really had nothing to do with Hendel.
She wouldn't have smiled at him the way she did if she didn't want to fornicate with him.
Damn, this lady's crazy.
They all deserved it. Every single one. And better sooner than later. That trollop in our service even got herself with child. And she wanted to keep it. The slut.
And what about Zdenna? All she did was rob him, and you killed her anyway.
She fawned over him like all the others. He even gave her a ring.
Which
she
her a ring.
probably sold immediately. She deserved it. She was a thief, and stealing is a mortal sin.
What about
You better
murder?
Stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Burn in hell, all of you.
What'll we do with her now?
Let's take her to the bailiff. She'll get justice there.
Good call,
We don't have
Lumiere.
to go anywhere. I'll give her justice right here, right now.
But we can't do that. She has to go before the court. The law must be upheld.
Did you hear her? I mean, she hasn't got her head on straight. And what judgment will there be? She's from a wealthy family. Nothing will happen to her.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
you dare judge me. Only God can do that.
Nah, if you're rich.
Shut your mouth, you sow. You judged and punished some random girls, and now you'll blaspheme like that?
Our Lord directed me. I did it through His will.
Do you hear that? And you want to let her live?
But that's not justice. It's murder. Henry, won't you say something?
You know,
I told you,
I'm kinda-
don't you dare
I'm kind of
judge
with
me.
Catherine
I am a
with the
servant
argument
of
that
God.
she's not going to get a fair trial.
Lumiere, listen to her. If we don't deal with her ourselves, and then they let her go, then... Do you want to have that on your conscience?
I mean, how could I live with myself if we kill her in cold blood?
Give her a small
I'll
blade
show
or
you
something.
Justice. You're all going to end up in hell.
Your conscience will remain clear. You won't be the one killing her.
Yeah, I'll stab her.
Still, if we don't punish her according to the law, then we ourselves deserve to be punished by the law.
We aren't the ones walking around the city killing random women. On the contrary, we're making sure no more will die.
All those whores. Hell.
They're really egging the player on
Lucifer
here.
everywhere. Fire and brimstone.
It's just not right.
It isn't right, but it's necessary.
All right, all right. Do it then.
Yeah, it's not on you,
And I wash
Lumiere.
my hands of it.
Go back and sing a nice Disney song.
Don't you dare. You hellspawn. No.
Henry will do it. Is she gonna do it? Want me to do it? We doing it? Reputation.
Well, now
lost.
someone has to explain everything.
Not me. I'd rather just get out of here.
I'll go. I'll explain everything. And you, Henry, wait for me at home, all right?
Fine. I'll wait at yours.
Good, good. I hope I don't end up in total disgrace.
Well, this was a lot stranger than I
Stranger.
expected. Do you think we did the right thing?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. Not even myself. Can we just be quiet for a while?
As you wish.
Guy's wearing my old waiter outfit.
But still, it was damned odd.
Aye, that it was. Let's go and see Lumia. I wonder how he fared.
Tell us, Lumir. How did it turn out?
Did it end well? Oh, we're not going to get into trouble now, are we?
It ended well, and I didn't even tell anyone about you.
I'm surprised you got away with it, bringing them 2 corpses.
I would have preferred a different ending, but... fuck. What happened, happened.
Lumia, don't be angry anymore.
I'm not angry anymore. And I must admit that maybe it was better this way.
That's what I'm saying.
If they were still alive, there'd be a lot more squabbling. But... like this.
The dead approve in silence.
Precisely. I just told them I spread the word that one victim survived and where she was hiding. And I waited for them there. And when they came to kill her, we had no choice but to end it that way.
What will you do, Lumiere? And Katherine? Could it have gone better? I feel like there's no perfect choice in this.
And what will you do, Katherine?
Either one's going to have you guessing.
Will you stay here?
My work isn't done yet. I have to work in the tavern here, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll find work elsewhere.
And what will you do now? Will you go back to the town hall, Lumir?
It's true I've made amends in the eyes of the law, but I probably won't go back now.
Yeah,
maybe better to write something about it.
A mystery thriller.
Won't you go back to drinking?
No, it didn't help anything, did it?
Won't you go back to drinking?
If I had just persevered instead, I should have pitied those girls, and not myself.
Don't fret. It was a terrible mess, and all 3 of us had to put our heads together.
Yes. You helped me when I was in need, and didn't even know it. Maybe I'll just keep helping as long as I can.
Helping others is the best thing a person can do in this world.
Do you think we could have done better?
Everything can always be done better. The most important is to do it well and quickly.
Katherine is right.
I'm down.
I'll still be kicking myself. Maybe to my dying day. But none of us did anything bad.
That's not entirely true.
I'm talking about innocent people. No more girls died because of you. And that's good.
Well, let's go our separate ways.
Thank you, lad. You prevented future murders.
Nice.
And you also saved me. And for that, I will be eternally grateful.
Nice.
I thank you both. Without you, the devil knows how it would have turned out.
Here you are.
We have our own little...
As a keepsake. And perhaps as a reward. And if you ever pass by, look us up.
Yes, here is a reward, Henry. And Lumiere, we shall certainly meet again.
That was pretty good. That was like 2 hours plus. There's a lot to that one. I like our little group here. Something completely different from the rest of the story. That was a nice little diversion.
I don't understand how you always get people to tell you anything you want.
We women have it in our blood.
What? Spying?
No, you rogue. Knowing how to listen. And also how to size people up.
It'd be good to learn a few tricks from you.
I can't now. Come back later.
She got some... Teach me. She have some speech
I'd like to
tips.
learn
I can't...
Okay. Check in with her later. Maybe not in the middle of the night. Literally in the middle of the night. Alright, there you go. Well, we need to... Oh, I need to not be trapped in Lumiere's place. Alright. And then tomorrow we find out there's another young murdered brunette.
What? Who left the door open?
Perfect ending to this quest. Alright, so eventually, in the next episode, we'll make our way back. Yeah, I don't care about that, the guild thing. Make our way back to the Devil's Den. But I might, make some schnapps then, maybe explore a little bit, just to open up more of the map. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing important, but there you go. We'll see what's going on with the changelog in the next episode. Alright, so this time, let's say Executioner.
Put away that knife, Katherine. We'll
Probably
hand her
won't
over
get
to
to
the
the
law.
executioner,
Don't
but we'll
tell me
see.
you'd let her get away with it.
She's not going to get away with anything. She killed so many people. If she's lucky, they'll just hang her. If not, she'll be buried alive.
Oh, buried alive.
That's right. We caught her in the act, and she's confessed to us. They can't just let her go.
Of course they can.
I
As
like
I
Lil
scratch
Mary,
your
so-
back, you scratch mine. You'll see that all these rich burgher and lords have their own justice.
Yeah, she's
That
right.
won't happen. I guarantee you she...
You can't guarantee a thing. You're not the bailiff and you won't be judging her.
She's right, though. We can't just let her out into the streets.
Oh, does it go
She
this
must
way
be
regardless?
punished. And if not, then you can always go and pay her a visit, right?
Oh.
You know very well who she is.
That's true, we can
All
still
right
kill her.
then, you last of the righteous. Take that viper away and may God protect you if they set her free.
Don't worry. I'll take her away.
Well,
Alright.
This was a lot stranger than I expected. Do you think we did the right thing?
Come.
Let's be quiet. People will come in.
But still.
But it was strange. So go to see Lumiere again.
Tell us, Lumiere.
Did it end well? Oh, we're not going to get into trouble now, are we?
We didn't do
It
anything
ended
wrong.
well, and I didn't even tell anyone about you.
And how did it go? Did she try to blame it all on her dead servant?
Not at all. She started screaming how she hadn't done anything wrong. That those Czech whores deserved it.
Fucking shameless bitch. The nerve.
I think it's more likely she's gone mad from it all.
Yeah.
No sane person would consider that a defense of their actions.
A sane person doesn't kill random women walking by.
Exactly. And what do they plan to do with her?
They're discussing it, and will surely continue to do so. Maybe they'll execute her, but more likely they'll lock her up somewhere and let her fester.
I told you so.
She won't escape punishment.
Yeah, I mean, she's...
And won't hurt anyone else
No one
again.
else can get hurt.
Maybe she'll live, but now they can't pretend nothing happened.
All right.
What were you doing?
It's true, I've made a...
What, you go back to...
No.
And I
Don't
guess
fret.
Yeah.
it's the
Helping others is the...
same
And what will you
My work
exchange
isn't
otherwise.
have to work.
Do you think we could have done better?
Everything can always...
Katherine is right. I'll still be kicking myself.
Same.
That's not...
I'm talking about innocent people.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank
Same
you,
ending
lad.
otherwise.
I thank you both.
Here you are. As a...
Yes.
All right. There you go. Doesn't seem to matter which way you do it in the end, I don't think. Well, I never saw any reputation with Katherine one way or the other, so...
I don't...
No, you rogue.
It'd be good to look...
I can't...
All right. So no changes, but there you go. All right. Well, yes, next episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.